I have free, and it also happens to be laundry time.
It's an annoying humming noise in the background.
Look, get over it, okay? It's not something that I can help, okay? Laundry needs to be done each week, or I will be disgusting.
So we wanted to introduce you to our new intern,
Charlie. Charlie is the person who does the camera work, who does the editing.
He's a friend of Dracula,
Right.
some experience,
Right.
working in film, and he heard about our idea and asked if he could film it, and we said of course, the more the merrier. So we just want to give a little shout out to Charlie.
Right? We couldn't do it without you, Charlie. Thanks. You're welcome.
So what are we going to talk about in this episode, Dracula? We had some friends tell us that we missed a few things.
Right. We did hear that we had not covered everything. The things that we did not talk about in the last episode are the less funny, sort of commonplace things, and they were more the sort of
Like a little morbid.
really upsetting, really.
Vampires instead.
Right. People wanted to talk about how to kill a vampire.
Which we didn't want to bring up. We didn't want to talk about persecution of our people in the past.
Right.
Because that's a burden on us now. We still live with that fear, especially with all of the discrimination that occurs.
Right. There are still vampire hunters in the world. They still think that we are monsters, and we are, but we are not the bad kind.
We're not scary. We just want to fit into commonplace society.
Right. We just want to play a part and to have a normal life or unlife. And there are some bigots out there who think differently, who think that we are evil, that we are scum, and they want to put a stake through our hearts.
And it's a shame because that is how you kill a vampire.
I mean, to kill anybody.
Yes, it would kill anyone.
Are you happy now?
Let's change the subject.
Okay.
Calm down, Dracula.
Sorry,
I know it's a rough subject for you.
I had a friend who was staked. Okay, that's my past. That's my history. I've come up against that in the past. All right. Okay. Let's move on.
So, what do we want to talk about next? The only thing we had on the agenda for today was talking about how to kill a vampire. And that's done. So, can I go home?
No,
that's dinner ready.
Speaking of your mother, you're still living with her.
That is
You are
correct.
still living. You are centuries old, and you are still living with your mother.
There's nothing wrong with that. I just haven't found my place in society yet.
Right. But it seems like you are trying too hard to find your place in society.
What do you mean by that?
I
Dracula?
mean that if you wanted to get a job, you would actually try to get a job.
I look in the papers, I look in the Times.
Right, but do you contact any of the help wanted ads? Do you?
I contacted one last year and they rejected me, and I've still been on a low from that. It was at the costume shop! You think a costume shop wouldn't hire a vampire? Last job I had, I was made fun of. They thought I was in costume the whole time. I figured maybe I could fit in doing this. I don't know how you do it, Dracula.
Dracula, you can't let the human intolerance get you down.
But what am I supposed to do when no one will hire me?
You have to try harder.
I don't have many special skills.
Don't say that, Dracula. You have a lot of special skills.
Name one!
You can cook. You can cook hot dogs, but you don't because you are vegetarian hot dogs.
I could cook a vegetarian hot dog.
Look, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying you'll get a job right away. I'm not saying you won't be rejected. And I'm not saying that you will get the same salary that your human coworkers have. I know I don't.
Really?
Even after all these years, still. It's only been, but 18 years as an accountant. Before I was an accountant, I was a janitor at the same company. You got to start from the bottom, which is where you are. You need to show them that you are not what they think you are.
I don't know if I want an office job, having to wear a tie and just a solid colored suit. I think I'm a little bit more colorful than that. Maybe it's silly. It's silly. I don't want to say.
No, what is it?
I wanted to work on Broadway.
Broadway?
I'm not a good singer, and I don't want to be an actor. But I see the beautiful sets they put up and the costumes, and I thought, I could do that. I do mother's makeup every day. I make our clothes. I have a knack for these things. But no one trusts a vampire with their measurements. I was a tailor once.
I didn't know that.
Well, how can I make myself a better candidate? How do I get my name out there? If this is what you think I need to be doing, Dracula.
Well, when I was applying for my job, I went to night school.
What is that?
It's like regular school, but it kind of catches you up on everything you missed because you did not ever get a proper modern education.
Ah.
You know, the last things that we learned in school were centuries ago. So it is good to catch up.
So how do I apply for these? Where do I go?
Well, there is a local high school. There is also a community college not far away. I think they have a special program for vampires.
That sounds delightful. I'll have to check that out. Thank you. Thank you.
No problem. You know, I'm here for you.
Hey, thank you.
No problem. Hey, what do you do?
I was going to go for a hug, but clearly you do not want the hug.
I was not ready for this.
You always get caught off guard when I go for the hug.
I do. Do you want to try again?
I guess.
Well, okay.
Oh, okay, I'm done with this now.
This is nice.
I don't feel...
Don't let go, Dracula.
I'm going...
It's been so long since I hugged another vampire.
Okay.
This feels right. Okay, so night school.
Yes. I will apply for night school. Thank you very much. What is it like on the force?
On the force? Ha! I'm not a policeman.
Well,
They would never let a vampire be a policeman.
that is true. But what I meant was, what is it like out in the workforce? You know...
Oh, well, it is not as good as maybe I make it out to be. You know, I work a 9 to 5. I work hard, I work long, many hours, and most of it is busy work. Even after 18 years, they do not trust me. Most clients don't want to work with a vampire. They find out that a vampire is handling their finances and they think, a vampire is handling my finances. That is bad. That's bad. That is a scary vampire. I don't trust that. And so I don't get as much good work as my colleagues.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I go to the water cooler and everyone else is suddenly done with their break, you know. They avoid me. They look down on me.
And you're so tall. That's incredible.
Emotionally, they look down on me.
Oh.
They see me as a charity case, someone that HR makes them have on their team. They think it is unfair that a vampire who does not get as much work done as they do because no one wants to work with them, gets to have the same job. But I am paid less, and I get to do less of the interesting work, and I have to do more filing and photocopying and sending faxes, which no one does anymore. You know, you live as long as we do, or mostly live as long as we do, and you start to understand some things. You start to accept the hard truths like mortality, injustice, sadness, resignation, and loneliness. It is very lonely to be a vampire.
But you get to learn about hope, and that in spite of all of this loneliness and fear, you can find a friend who's going through the same struggle that you are.
That's right. It is lonely, yes, but especially now with all that social communication on the internet, you can find people like you, like me. It brings people together, is what I'm saying. In the end, being so different sets you apart from most people, yes, but the people that you are similar to, well, you share a bond that no one else can share.
It's beautiful.
I'm glad we're friends.
I'm glad we're friends too. I'm glad we have this free time together.
And I'm glad that we can share our friendship and our struggles with all the people out there.
Well, I think this is a wrap. Yes?
I think so.
Alrighty. Send us home, Charlie.
Thank you for watching our vlogs and for caring about monster issues.
And if you want to see anything in the upcoming episodes, you can comment below.
Right. Feel free to leave suggestions. And if you like this video, press like.
Subscribe
To see more
Dracula
and Dracula. Well, see you next time.
Bye!